So we got Banks at left guard. We've got Burford at right guard. That means we've got a little bit of a battle at center with Jake Brendel and Daniel Brunskill, the Iron Man himself. And I will continue to reiterate this. Daniel Brunskill's starting somewhere week 1 for the 49ers. There's no doubt about it. Like, he's going to be starting somewhere. And it seems like that spot is going to be in the first team with the center position, which he started 8 games with. If you go back to 2020, he started his first 8 games at guard. At guard. Then he moved 8 games to center. Then in 2021, he moved right back to right guard. And Kyle was asked about that this morning. And I feel like this answer was very, very worded correctly. Kyle tells a lot by the way he answers this question.
Spencer he's done a great job. I mean, he's got all the skill set to do it. So it's about getting the reps and getting used to going against our D line and just doing it down in and down out at this level. But he's got the ability to do it at a high level. When you talk about Brunskill, I mean, Brunskill's been there for the last couple of years. We know what Dan can do. Everyone's got to prove themselves, definitely, but getting Dan a ton of reps isn't always going to help him. He needs to get to the season healthy as good as he can, and we also want to make sure he's getting more reps at center because that's what he's had less of in the past couple of years.
We know what he can do, and so if worst comes to worst, we can move him there. But again, it's all about getting your best 5, right? And right here, Collie, Brunny wasn't good at center in 2020. You're not wrong. I will also argue Brunskill hasn't been great at guard either. Now, and again, it depends on what you evaluate. Kyle Shanahan evaluates run game first, pass game second. That is the most important thing. That is the most important thing. And so how is he going to get his run game to what he wants? You know, Jake Brendel, he's incredible. And I'm not trying to, like, athleticism wise, I'm not trying to knock him. But again, I truly do believe the best 5 is with Brunskill at center. The best depth is with Brunskill at center. Because if you rotate, let's say you put Brunskill at right guard and Brendel gets hurt at center. Now you got to change 2 positions. Continuity on the offensive line is very, very important. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But you could say retroactively, same thing. Let's say Brunskill starting center, Burford starting right guard. Burford gets hurt. Now you move Brunskill to right guard, bring in Brendel. You're changing 2 positions as well. So I get that argument as well. He's had some bad shotgun snaps already in training camp. Yeah, he hasn't played there in a year. And I think that's a big reason why the emphasis has been on getting Brunskill work at center in training camp. Bad snaps, that's a rough one, man. If you've got the bad snaps and they continue to be an issue, that's something you got to watch. That's something you got to make sure that you get. And that's why they're doing it now. Maybe Brunskill proves, hey, this ain't the right spot for me. Now the question was asked, okay, well, there's a lot of free agent centers out there. JC Treader, right? You know, Nick Martin. There's guys out there that you could step in. And that was asked of Kyle this morning. What are the possibilities of going out and getting one of these free agent centers to come in and compete?
Well, very good with people in our building. When you talk about a veteran stuff, which everyone does, that just means, it's always a lot easier when you've seen someone do it for 16 games or 17 games. But no one does do that till you give them the opportunity. We see in practice every day now. We saw it last year that we have guys in our building who are definitely capable of it. Now it's about getting into those games, and we'll try to give them some experience in preseason. But you show it in practice. But our O-line coach says it all the time. You don't know if an O-lineman can play until he gets his ass kicked in a game, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen a lot. And then how do you come back the next week? Are you rattled? Do you kind of hide, or do you rise to the occasion and learn how to deal with it? And that's really, to me, what playing a line is in the NFL. And you don't know that till you give those guys those opportunities. But you got to believe in what the person's made of. And we got the guys athletically, and I also think we got the character in this room to handle those situations.